crimes are common in public places among criminals and their victims. But what happens when kids become killers? And not just committing light crimes, but heinous ones like murdering their siblings. Here are cases of siblings who realize they've become murderers. The last case is extremely shocking. On January 5th, 2023, the mother of 2 children woke up at night to the scream of her youngest child. On reaching him, she found out that her 12-year-old daughter had stabbed her 9-year-old brother to death. She stabbed him 3 times when he was trying to sleep. In response to the mother's 911 call, the police arrived to meet a very disturbing and emotional scene.
Yes, they're here!
Where's your daughter?
She begins to apologize repeatedly to her devastated mom, who was cussing her out. When asked where the knife was, she immediately told the cops she threw the knife out of the window.
I'm so sorry, Mom! I'm sorry! Please! I'm so sorry! You better pray to God, I am sorry, Mom! I'm so sorry!
How old are you?
She continued to apologize to her mom in tears, claiming she didn't know what happened, and it was something demonic that possessed her to do it.
Where's the knife?
I was upstairs in my room and I threw it out the window.
Her mother explained that she grew up as a God-fearing child and had no behavioral issues until she got back to medication she had been off for over a year. She begins to weep that she's going to spend the rest of her life in jail as she leads the police to where the knife is.
Hey, how would I get to the knife? Is there the back side?
I can show you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was then discovered that she didn't stop at taking her brother's life. She had attempted to take her own life as well by cutting her wrists.
It's right there. Stick your hands out like this for me. Do you have any cuts on you?
I do.
Where at?
On my arm.
That way we can see the cut that you have.
Okay.
Despite the multiple stabs, both the girl and her mother believed that the boy was still okay.
I'm so sorry. What's happening with her? I'm so sorry. What's gonna happen with her? I need to go to the hospital.
I don't know yet. You don't know yet. You go with the hospital, we'll come and talk to you, okay?
Her mother stated that it was the girl's return to medication that led her to cut herself, and also triggered her actions that night. Unfortunately, the young boy didn't make it. He died 2 hours after he arrived at the hospital. The girl was taken away by the police and placed in a juvenile facility to receive treatment. Her case was absurd, but this next case will blow your mind. In September 2023, a 14-year-old Florida boy shot his mother and opened fire on her boyfriend. Around 4 p.m. on that tragic day, the cops received 911 calls coming from Riverview, Florida. Immediately, the cops responded to the call only to meet 14-year-old Adeem Berry with a gun to his head.
I don't want to hurt you, bro. I do not want to shoot you. Put it down. You don't want to end it this way.
The cops began to negotiate with him not to end his life, but Adeem remained adamant and insisted on ending it all. He continued to scream in disagreement with the cop.
You don't want to end it this way, brother. I promise you. Whatever happened today, it can be fixed. Don't pull the trigger. Put it down. Adeem, put it down, buddy. Don't do it, man. Put it down.
After long minutes of trying to talk him out of his to-be suicide, Adeem finally began to give in to the cops' persuasion.
All the way up in the air. Keep walking toward me. Keep walking toward me. Adeem, come on, buddy. Don't retreat. Come back this way. Come toward me, man. Come toward me. My gun is only out because I don't know what you're going to do. When you get to over here, I'm going to have you, listen to me. I'm going to have you lay down on the ground, and my gun is going in my holster. I promise you.
The cop then began to tell him that he's safe and that he will not pull the trigger on him only if he drops the gun and walks away from it.
If you'll walk out to me with your hands up in the air, when you get to about right here, I'm going to have you lay down on the ground. My gun is going in the holster. Bet that. It's going in the holster. Don't pick it up, Adeem. Don't do it, buddy. You made such a good choice putting it down, bro. Just leave it on the ground, Hadim.
Hesitantly, Adim begins to give in to the cop's word and begins to walk closer to the cop.
Keep coming to me, bud. Keep coming. Keep coming. Come on. You're good, bro. You're good. You're good. Keep walking toward me. Hadim, don't do it, bud.
Finally, he walked up to the cop and followed the cop's order to lie down on the grass. The cop then cuffed him as he was arrested.
Lay down in the grass. Lay down in the grass. Lay down in the grass. Watch. Lay all the way down. My gun is going in its holster. Somebody's got cover. All right.
His mother's body was later found by the police in the driveway. Another family member was found by the police as well. The sibling of the teenage suspect stated that he heard many gunshots and heard his mother and her boyfriend yelling. The sibling then saw his younger brother shoot his mother when he came out of his bedroom. The entire drama began when he shot his mother's boyfriend first. Then, he shot and killed his own mother before running around the neighborhood to finish off his mother's boyfriend. His mother's boyfriend was critically injured after sustaining 5 gunshot wounds. This 14-year-old boy's life has tragically ended as he will never see the outside of a detention facility. But don't make the mistake of thinking that Adim's case is the height of it. This next case is extremely shocking and shows how bloody it can be when 2 brothers decide to start killing their family members. Teenage brothers Robert and Michael Beaver always wanted to have articles written about them. They wanted to be famous. And how do they plan to achieve that? Start by killing their own family.
Okay, about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Is when we first really started talking.
So when you say we, who are you talking about?
Me and my big other brother is also.
Your brother?
Yeah, who's he has to do with me.
And what's his name?
Robert Beaver.
Robert? Okay. And how old is he?
18.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
A couple months ago, I think back to the start of this year, we started talking about voodoo and rampage and stuff like that.
Okay.
I didn't take it seriously at first, but then he started buying a body armor and stuff.
Where did he buy body armor from?
eBay and Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, legal.
Does he have a job?
He did at Mike Tech. He quit at the start of the year. And basically, it just kept escalating. He kept getting burned, and he asked if I wanted any, and I said yes, so he got me my own set.
Oh, okay.
On the night of July 22, 2015, the police received a call from a 12-year-old, Daniel Beaver, who called for help and told them that his brother was attacking his family.
And then if you will read and answer 1 through 4 for me.
So put like high school?
Yeah. Yeah, because you had said you had graduated?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's all we need. So you put high school for your formal education,
Yep.
and are you presently on any drugs or medication? You answered no. Are you under the influence of alcohol? You answered no. And you do read and speak English, obviously. You put yes.
Yeah.
Sound good? Okay.
Do you take any prescription medications?
Well, man, I'm just kind of got thrown into this, so I was hoping maybe you could kind of just go back at the beginning.
Under the guise of showing Crystal, his sister, something on a computer, Michael lured her into a bedroom. Robert, the other evil brother who did most of the killings, then grabbed her from behind and sliced her throat. But resilient Crystal fought back, which triggered Robert to stab Crystal in the abdomen and arms.
And basically, we did what we planned. I got to my desk, and I had to look at something to just get to while Robert went up behind her, grabbed her, and slit her throat.
Really? What did he use?
His large red knife.
Okay, a large red knife?
Yeah, it's like mine.
How big is it?
It's like mine, only red. It's about
Oh, I see.
that big. And then she fell to the ground screaming.
Their next victim, the boy's mother, April, 44, heard the noise and went upstairs. She was then confronted by Robert, who launched an attack of at least 48 knife blows, resulting in a tremendous number of wounds. All the time, Crystal crept away to protect her other siblings.
You still read some stuff to you. It makes it legal for us to talk to you, okay?
So like I told you when I met you at the jail, my name's Eric. I'm a detective here with Broken Arrow Police. Like she told you from Andrea, she's a detective also.
The brothers, who are now getting high on their killings, then proceeded, room by room. They moved to the room of their father, David Beaver, 52, where Robert stabbed him 28 times with the largest knife they had, causing blunt force injuries all over his body.
Dad came down because his bedroom's upstairs, and he went back in the boys' area where Robert was. Boys' area, that's what they call it, our room. They started attacking Dad. They got a little bit of a fight, but then eventually Robert got him down, and I think he killed him.
Did he cut his throat too?
Their 7-year-old brother, Christopher, was their next victim. He was stabbed 6 times.
My younger brother, Christopher.
Christopher? How old was Christopher?
9, I think.
What'd you stab him with?
My knife.
What's your knife look like?
It's green, kind of like camouflage, honestly, like.
On where your hand goes or where the blade is? It's camouflage?
Yeah, it's all camouflage.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
How big is it? Show me how big it is.
I think it's about this big.
Okay.
Handleable blade.
So what was Christopher doing when you stabbed him?
He was laying on the bathroom floor. Robert was also stabbing, and Robert asked me to go over and help him. So I stabbed Christopher, and then
Where did you stab him?
side of the neck.
Really? Okay.
They then overpowered their younger sister, Victoria, whom they stabbed 18 times in both sides of her neck, chest, back, and upper arm.
This was in the bathroom.
I think Victoria might have been in there. But
Victoria?
Yeah, my 4-year-old sister.
4-year-old, okay.
Daniel Beaver, who phoned the police for help, was able to shut himself in a room and call 911. However, Michael persuaded his younger brother to unlock the door by pretending to be also attacked by Robert. The brothers then rushed in and stabbed the boy 9 times in the back, shoulder, and chest.
Daniel was in his room, which is down the hall, and I was like, let me.
How old's Daniel?
I think he's 12.
Okay.
And I was like, let me in, and he let me in. He was sitting down on the phone with the police. I grabbed the phone, which is my phone, got my phone. And then I went into the kitchen and I smashed the underground. So,
Which was your phone?
Yeah, it was my phone.
Now you don't have a cell phone anymore.
And then I went back down, and and Daniel and Christopher locked himself in the bathroom. Daniel locked himself in Dad's office.
Okay.
And then I finally got both of them to open the door, because they thought I wanted in there to see.
But they were in different rooms?
Yeah, they're right next to each other. Right?
Oh, I see.
And then Robert went in and stabbed him, and they went in and stabbed Christopher. That's when I stabbed Christopher.
So when he stabbed Daniel, where did he stab Daniel?
I think he shanked him in the neck, and then Daniel ran off, and so I went in and started attacking Christopher.
So Daniel got stabbed in the neck and ran off?
Yeah.
Where did you run to?
He ran into the family room about Mom. Mom ended up, she was laying on the ground yelling, call 911.
Okay. And he stopped in there?
Yeah, he collapsed in there, and then Robert came in and started stabbing him in the chest.
Oh, I see.
Robert then moved his attention back to Crystal, who was bleeding from her neck, arm, and stomach wounds, and attempted to kill her by suffocating her. Michael also intended to sever his toddler 2-year-old sister Autumn's head. However, at that point, officers started banging on the front door. When the police arrived, they saw blood on the pavement and front steps, and they also heard a faint, "Help me," from within. In response, they raced down to where the cry was coming from, only to find Crystal. The 13-year-old clung to life and told officers that her brothers had attacked her family. Throughout the tragic event, Autumn stayed uninjured and slept upstairs. The brothers, who took off immediately after they heard the police, were quickly tracked down by a police K-9 in a wooded area. They were found in the woods covered in mud and blood and torn clothes. They even appeared to have bits of flesh on them. Following their arrest, the brothers claimed under interrogation that their goal was notoriety. They believed the society was rotten, so they wanted to clear the society. They wanted to be feared by the society. They planned to kill 500 people, believing that doing so would bring them to the status of gods.
Feeling like all this stuff, so
Why did he want to do it?
kill people.
Yeah.
Well, mainly 2 reasons. I think it's because he just says he hates everyone. He thinks society is pointless, and so he wanted to kill people.
Now,
And also he wanted to beat beat the kill like amount of other famous people like Columbine and James Egan Holmes.
Okay. Did you kind of feel that way too, like when you guys were talking earlier, like,
Yeah,
like, do you have a problem with society too, you think?
no, I just,
Or you were just more like the number of people getting killed was kind of interesting and
yeah, I wanted to-
exciting?
Yeah.
Okay.
These cases prove that age can't restrict anyone from being an evil killer. Are these kids demonically possessed? Are they influenced? Drop your answers and opinions in the comment box. If you want crazy crime stories like these and more, subscribe to this channel and check out our other videos. Don't forget to give this video a like. See you in the next video.